Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Eureka Smith and I'm the Executive Director of Bermuda Economic Development Corporation. I am so excited to welcome you to Youth Pitch Preliminaries. And of course, because of COVID-19, we've had to revert this to a virtual format, but we are excited to be sharing the stage with all these glorious young entrepreneurs tonight. Just a bit of history, the Youth Pitch category of the Rocket Pitch competition was launched in 2017 as part of our celebration of Global Entrepreneurship Week. The Rocket Pitch competition was instituted over 13 years ago and saw many young people entering and competing against adults. In 2017, BEDC decided that it was necessary to create a separate category for students up to 18 years old. So over the last 4 years, we've seen almost 40 students participate in this new category. This development is encouraging and means that we are making an impact on the younger generation and encouraging them to consider entrepreneurship as a viable career. Tonight, Bermuda, we get a chance to hear the future of entrepreneurship in our island. Each of these students presenting tonight is already a winner, but the goal for this evening is to select the top 2 students or teams to advance through to the Rocket Pitch Finals, which will take place on Monday, November the 18th, 2020, during the formal Global Entrepreneurship Week. It will be really exciting to see the creative and innovative ideas coming from our island's entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs. And really, I feel confident that we will have leaders to lead us into the next decade. I wish all of us presenting good luck and encourage you to continue to pursue your entrepreneurial goals. I want to also thank the BEDC team, the Department of Economic Development, parents and teachers for creating this opportunity for our young people. In some instances, all you need is a spark by which you can light the flame of entrepreneurship in you. I hope that on this evening that spark is lit. And on behalf of BEDC, our team, our board of directors, and our GW host team, I want to wish all of you the best and congratulate you for taking the first step. Thank you and have a great evening. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Raymond Lambert, our Director of Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development in Bermuda.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. The Rocket Pitch is a competition. It's a competition for our youth. It's a 5-minute pitch. The pitch itself should be quick and to the point. And we have some suggested guidelines that we've created so that students each have received a template of how the pitch should look and basically the sequence of events in the pitch. So in general, you need a good start, a good introduction to your idea, good description, and a good finish. From there, the judges will also have questions. So it'll be a 5-minute pitch and 3 minutes of questions from the judges, and then we move to the next student. Again, we thank you all for your time and participation and look forward to our next generation of young business people. Thank you. I'm going to introduce now our MC for tonight, Ms. Dana Selassie of Zion International. She will be introducing the students throughout the evening. Have a great night.
Thank you, Ray. Good evening, everyone. I want to first off start by acknowledging the judges for this evening. We have Sloan Johnson, who is the policy analyst at the Economic Development Department. We have Kyle James of the Bermuda Business Development Agency, who's the Business Development Manager. And last but not least, we have Alex Jones, Managing Director of CPR Cell Phone Repair. And we want to remind the audience that this event is brought to you by BEDC and the Economic Development Department. So we want to get started, and our first presenter this evening will be Casey Morris, 16 years old of Work Academy, presenting for the company Odd Job.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed adjudicators. My name is Casey Morris, and today I'll be presenting the business model for Odd Job. First, I will establish the qualifications that are required for a management team, which consists of the manager, the accountant, and the IT department. As the manager and accountant of the business, I possess qualifications that would grant me the ability to run the business. Being an IB student, I take higher level business management, which has led me to develop a valuable comprehension of what it takes to manage a business, as well as the understanding of the financial implications of running a business. As of now, I have not allocated responsibility to other personnel in the business. However, when seeking employment for IT, there is a requirement for an extensive degree of experience with computers as well as technology. In short, my business idea is to develop an online platform for teams to find jobs and employers in Bermuda. There are many valuable features of Odd Jobs that are beneficial to the community as a whole. So firstly, the affordability of the application will entice young subscribers. Secondly, there's a large influx of Bermudian youth who are looking for employment and work experience for the future. By developing the platform, Bermuda's youth population will be encouraged to have responsibility. Also, having a working schedule can promote discipline, which can be essential to prepare for future employment. Work experience is also attractive on university applications, which provides us a benefit for.
Sorry, sir, pause for 1 second, okay? Yeah. Is your volume on?
Not on my computer.
Can you turn it all the way down on your computer? Yeah. It's all the way off. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll give you a bit more time. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Start that with you.
Yeah, I'll just pick up our laptop. Okay. Are we on slide 3? Essentially, my business is an online platform displayed as a mobile application as well as a website. So upon downloading the app, there are 2 interfaces that are applicable to the 2 of my target consumers. Next slide, please. Oh, next slide, please. So on the screen, you can see an example of a profile that can be set up by target consumer A, who are the teams that are made to create a profile, which acts as their portfolio that can display their prior work experiences, their qualifications, availability, and also their school age and location. Target consumer B is similar, however, they're creating a profile to advertise their job. They're then able to browse the profiles of students that match the job description and can contact them through the app. The transaction is completed through the app between the 2 users, and my business collects its income from being paid by the very affordable $10 monthly subscription to the app. As I develop the app, I will have sole ownership. However, as I grow into larger business, I will expand and partner with different investors to ensure I achieve my mission statement, which is to create a successful business that provides Bermuda's youth with a job and helps businesses in finding affordable services that can cater to their needs. On this slide, next slide, please. On this slide, I've shown the main competitors of Oddjob relative to Bermuda called Pay a Kid. Upon discovery of this website, I realized that not only is the website limited in its accessibility, as I struggled to find information on costs and quality by reviews, but I noticed that it was hard to find prior to my secondary research, and I didn't know it was available to me. One of the key goals of Oddjob is accessibility, so that teenagers are easily able to make a profile and it is well established and advertised. TaskRabbit is similar to Oddjob, however, it is limited due to its age restrictions and the fact that it isn't available in Bermuda. This is important for my target as it's specific to Bermudian youth. It's clear that Oddjob does not face much competition, which is valuable as there's quite a large market, given that there are around 4,200 Bermudians between the ages of 14 and 18. So what drew me to the business is, like many Bermudians, every summer I found myself struggling to find a job and employment during the summer. My mom was struggling with the fact that I was home all day watching Netflix. I wanted to find a job that had an element of freedom while also giving me enough pocket money to enjoy myself during outings. I struggled for the following reasons: lack of family connections, limiting opportunities because of my age, and many of the jobs in Bermuda that accept younger kids, like packing groceries, were completely reserved, and the lineup to get the position was very long. Given my problem, I'm always one to find a resolution to conflicts, and found myself brainstorming for ideas for a solution to this struggle. I came up with this idea with emphasis on accessibility. The process of creating an account to find a job is not only fast, but easy with Oddjob. Advertising is a huge part of Oddjob, as it will ensure that the business is well established and known in the community, so it will reach my target consumer A. Not only did I face a struggle when it comes to employment, but my mother, Lana Morris, who manages and operates 2 guest houses in Bermuda, has struggled finding cleaning services. I decided to combine both of our problems and create one easy fix, which is Oddjob. Adults in Bermuda are able to post jobs ranging from dog walking to fixing their air conditioner, and this is why I named the business Oddjob. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. As I said, technology and innovation are key aspects of the business, which will be used to market the business to reach the core market segment of target consumer A, which is Bermuda's youth. Platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and particularly TikTok, which is a rapidly growing platform, can be used to reach young Bermudians. Next slide, please. I've defined one unit as a monthly subscription to Oddjob, which permits access to the site. Because my business is a service, I have no tangible materials in my cost of sales per unit, and labor costs are accounted for in the monthly fixed costs, which I will elaborate later on in my slide. Because of this, my cost of sales per unit is $0. Next slide, please. To create my sales forecast, I took into account the number of Bermudians who would potentially be looking for a job per month, and made variations throughout the year as there will be fluctuations depending on what season it is. So, for example, there will be a higher demand in summer. Next slide, please. In gaining funds for the business, I will be able to encourage young Bermudians to gain work experience and have a good path to employment in the future. The accessibility of Oddjob is beneficial for finding work, so they can so it can fit into their schedule. It will also benefit target consumer B by finding services that will cater to them. And of course, we can't forget the gratitude our parents will feel when we finally get out of the house. Next slide, please. Before I go, I'd like to thank Joe Maloney for helping me devise a plan, and thank BEDC for welcoming me here today. Thank you.
use laptops and docking, how would you specify?
Judges, do we have any questions?
Good day, Casey.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I actually think you did an awesome job. I think that has come out of the times where you're just having personal struggles and you've seen an opportunity and you've created an awesome solution for it. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Can you tell me, once you the app up and running, what would be your method of trying to promote it? How would you get people signed on?
Well, I think the main way that I would do promotion is to use social media because target consumer A is our biggest consumer base. So because youth Bermudians are very into technology, using social media to incorporate their interests would reach the most consumers.
Thank you.
Hi, that was really well done. I think solving problems that you have is one of the best ways to start a business. So it's great to hear that you have a problem and your family has a problem and you're coming together to solve it. I think my big question is how you're going to handle things like payment processing. Because if you take a credit card, that can cost 4% of the amount you're billing. And so with that, you may find it better to take a portion of how much is paid through the app rather than a monthly subscription. Have you thought about any of that, or are you just going to let people pay people directly?
Could you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Are you going to take payments through the app, or are you just going to have people pay the kid or whoever the person is when the job is done?
The only transaction that will be through the app is for the subscription of $10 for the consumers of the youth Bermudians as well as the businesses.
Is that a $10 per job or a $10 per month fee?
It's a monthly subscription.
Okay. Thank you. Well done.
So they have access to the whole database.
Hi, Casey. Again, wonderful presentation. My question to you this evening is, who will be building your web presence and your app platform for you? Is that something that you will be looking to put out there as the first or job, or are you going to learn to do that yourself?
So for building the website, I don't have much experience in that area. So I would be looking to find an exterior business that builds websites for you, and this is accounted for in my fixed costs.
Okay. Thank you very much. Again, excellent job.
Okay, and that was our job with Casey Moore, 15 from Work Academy. Up next, we have Sienna Marshall from BHS. But before we go to Sienna, we're going to adjust some of the technical issues that are happening, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
all. I just want to confirm that you can hear me. We're just doing a momentary switch of the judges in the different rooms. Sorry for the delay.
Okay, Kelsey?
Would we not be
I'll put it as best because are we ready for it? Yep. Okay, ready.
You heard me? So. Apologies again, just want to do one more check. Are you able to hear testing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so welcome back to 2020 Rock Pitch Competition. And this is a reminder to our audience that this event is brought to you by the great folks at the BEDC and the Economic Development Department. Next up, we have Sienna Marshall. Sienna Marshall is 13 from BHS, and who's going to be presenting Food Smart. Start time when you're ready. I'll just get it all on. You can take it.
Marshall, and my partner Camila Ziza and I created a small business called Food Smart. So, good afternoon. We are two Year 9 BHS students studying enterprise business school subject. Next slide. Today we're going to be presenting our business, Food Smart. Have you ever been out of ideas for lunches? Have you ever hesitated on which supermarket to go to because you can't remember which one has chocolate pot stickers? If you think yes to any of those questions, this app is for you. Next slide. Knowing where the good food is. People want to eat good, reasonably priced food, but how to do so? We noticed a variety of different foods in supermarkets, and we wondered how people could remember all of the foods and all of their prices. Our app will be the solution to this problem. We believe this app can help the community because people need to know the best prices of food. This will allow them to wisely manage their money and save on the high expenses of food here in Bermuda. There will be many different recipes on the app that you can look into with step-by-step, clear instructions. There will be different recipe categories for people who may have special requirements, such as being gluten-free or dairy-free. You will also be able to type in your shopping list and see the cheapest price in each store. Next slide. Vision. In essence, you would be able to enter the items on your shopping list, and the app would tell you where they are sold for the cheapest price and the total price of your list. This is it's not the right PowerPoint. It is mine, but it's not the updated version.
And we're gonna pause for a second.
Right. So I'm going to continue. Vision. In essence, you would be able to enter the items on your shopping list, and the app would tell you where they are sold for the cheapest price and the total price of your list. However, you wouldn't want to go to 3 different places, so the app would tell you which store has the overall cheapest price of all the stores. It would also have a section for recipes with different categories, such as starters, desserts, and main course. And under these, you'll see the sections for different requirements. Next. Business model. Since our business revolves around an app, we do not need a physical store, just a website which we will try to call foodsmart.bm. Our app's data comes from the weekly updates from the supermarkets. We will hopefully partner with the main supermarkets such as Lindo's, Miles, Marketplace, and Supermarket. Our app will be service-oriented, and our revenue will come from advertisements and from people buying the app. Next slide. Resource requirements. We would have to pay a coder to code the app. The cost for that varies between coders, but we will aim for a rate of $100 to $150. We would need to pay the supermarket since we are showing their information. The price is undecided. We would get advertisers to pay for the ads, and we would generate short-term profit this way, to pay the supermarkets and coders. If we win the prize money and start our business, 5% of our profits would go to a charity called Meals on Wheels once our business has a steady growth rate. Next slide. Sales forecast. Our app will cost $3.50 for a monthly subscription, and our ads will generate different amounts of money depending on the platform. The average pay of advertising is $75 a day. The prices are not final, but this is the average. We do not know our break-even point yet since our business is not started up. Next slide. Market size, target customer. We cannot expect our app to be successful on the first day. Our market size would be considerably small at first. Other people are trying to do what we are doing, and our market share would start off small, but hopefully grow more successful. Like we stated before, our revenues would come from advertisements and buying the app. Our target customer audience would be adults who want to save money on groceries. Next slide. Innovation and technology. Since our business is an app, it is technology related. Our business would utilize e-commerce by advertising the app on the internet. We could also have a social media account to help our business gain recognition. Also, we could showcase minimal recipes on the social media account so people will get interested in our app and hopefully download it. Since our app is digital, it is eco-friendly and it will not bother any wildlife. Thank you for listening and reading. We hope you consider our business. We is in me because my partner's not here.
Okay, thank you, Sienna. Food Smart. And we're going to have the judges now ask you a few questions. Judges? We're not getting any audio from you, judges.
How's that? Is that better?
Yes, there you are. Thank you.
So you said you'd get your data from the supermarkets. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Have you considered crowdsourcing the data so people can update, when an app prices change? Something's on special that someone could crowdsource it and update it in the app as they're shopping?
No, it actually hasn't, but that is a good idea that I think that we should consider.
Yeah, I liked your presentation. You did really well. You're well-spoken and you did a good job, even though I think it wasn't your original presentation. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I was a little disappointed that you weren't going to donate to Cats Bermuda, but I think Meals on Wheels is a very worthy charity.
Yeah, we wanted to choose a charity that was a bit more related to our product, but we did consider Cats Bermuda because I volunteer there. And yeah.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Sienna. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Jones actually stole my question. But I have a second question for you. In relation to the other competitors that you currently have in the market, which actually includes the grocery store. So a couple of our grocery stores do have a similar service. What will you guys be doing differently in order to make your business model work?
So we would be comparing all of the grocery stores in one place. So it would be more convenient for people to have it all in one app. It would also be able to just compare it for you instead of you doing it manually.
Okay.
And yes, I agree. Great presentation. Very well spoken. Definitely looks like you looked at all of the different aspects of your business. I guess for me, if I'm getting ready, I'm cooking my family a nice meal, I get all of the ingredients and it says, hey, I need to go to Linda. What happens if I go there and everything that was on the list is out of stock? Is there any way of real time knowing what's available at the grocery stores, or is there a method of trying to make that happen?
There isn't a method yet, but if we did have people that actually didn't work for us, I suppose, input things into the app, then I think that would help to have more recent input.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, judges, and thank you, Sienna Marshall, 13 of Food Smart. Well done. Thank you. Up next, we have two very excitable young ladies who are ready to present to you. They are from Volunteer Bermuda, Lorraine Cox, 13 years old, and Moya Van Niekerk, 13 years old of CHS. Let's welcome them. No, you can say next slide. Okay. Yes, in her line.
Good evening. We are Volunteer Bermuda.
I am Moya Van Niekerk.
And I'm Lorraine DeCock. We are both BHS students. Welcome.
Our proposed business is Volunteer Bermuda.
Next slide. A website that connects charities, nonprofits with volunteers.
Our slogan is one click, one community.
And volunteering to help others can help you.
Have you ever struggled to find volunteer work? Have you ever spent hours looking for a way to help the community? Well, we have a solution right at your fingertips.
Next slide.
Opportunity recognition.
Every high school on the island of Bermuda requires students to partake in some form of community service. However, students often struggle to find volunteer work that meets the requirements.
There are no other Bermuda-based websites or apps currently live that have the same concept as we do. Our mission is to help the community come together and volunteer in an easy way, just like our slogan, one click, one community.
Our ultimate goal is to reconnect the community through volunteer work. Next slide. Business. The business consists of a website that connects charities, nonprofits with volunteers. Both can register without any fee. You can track your hours and scroll through different options where you can volunteer and find the one that suits you best.
You will then be able to see the descriptions of different types of volunteer work available. You can then give feedback on volunteer projects and in turn receive feedback yourself and even become a 5-star volunteer. This will make the charity more likely to accept your application. The business is in its development stages.
We really want this website to be a user-friendly platform for both parties. Next slide.
Product design. On our website, we will have a register button for both volunteers and charities nonprofits. We will also have a tracking page where you can see how many hours you have completed and in what amount of time you did so.
We hope that eventually there will be a blog page. There will be a finish button on the tracking page, which will then open a blank email for you to send a report to a teacher or a guardian, so that they can be notified once you have completed all your community service hours. Design ideas. Next slide.
On the top left-hand corner of this slide, you can see what we would like the opening page of the website to be like. We wanted it to be very eye-catching.
The photo on the lower right is a basic template of our register page. We have copied the color from the Learn More button of the opening page to make it easy to follow.
Next slide. Market size and target customer. The number of volunteers has decreased due to COVID-19, but the need for volunteers in Bermuda has increased as older and vulnerable people may not be able to volunteer. Students between the ages of 12 and 18 will be our main target customer.
It is most likely to be popular between all demographics and charities nonprofits. Did you know there are 265 registered charities in Bermuda? There are around 80 students in each year group in Bermuda. The average volunteer hours is 19 hours from middle school to senior school, not including IB. No competition except the people directly contacting the charities nonprofits. Our niche market brings together volunteers and charities nonprofits.
Volunteer Bermuda will be conducted online, so no space will need to be rented. Next slide.
Innovation technology. As the Bermuda market will change, so we will have automatic updates every few months to keep our website relevant and interesting. There'll be a personal log that accumulates your community service hours. Technology is incorporated into our website from registration to picking volunteer work. As we progress, we hope to develop an app.
We will generate revenue, allowing local businesses to advertise on our website. We will have an Instagram account for sponsored ads as well. As we expand with the website, we would add additional chargeable features to generate a second revenue stream. The website is making it easier for people in Bermuda to be involved in improving Bermuda's community and environment.
We will utilize e-commerce to make the information on volunteering opportunities successful.
Next slide. Resource requirements.
We will be seeking corporate sponsorship. In return, their logo will be on our website along with some free advertising. Our main focus is not only making a profit and paying our expenses. Instead, our main focus is helping the community.
Our startup costs are as follows. The total startup cost will be $2,415. Next slide.
Expenses. You will need to set up a domain name, which will cost around $165 for the first year.
In order to reach our target audience, we will advertise on social media platforms. We have also budgeted for business cards and other stationery items.
We will use web maintenance to check for bugs. We will pay someone to create our website.
Expenses breakdown.
Next slide.
These are just estimations of our expenses. Next slide. Next slide.
These are just estimations of our revenue.
Next slide. These are just estimations of our profit. Next slide.
In conclusion, we think that we can change Bermuda for the better and make our community stronger with this website. Our plan is simple but effective. Our business is not just for economic profit, but more for social profit, the benefit of the community.
We kindly ask you to consider investing in our business. Thank you so much for your time. We'd like to leave you with this.
How do you feel when you help others?
One click, one community. Volunteer Bermuda.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Lorraine and Moya. Good job. So we're going to have the judges ask you a few questions at this time. Judges?
Good evening.
Good evening. Excellent presentation. Can you guys hear me?
Not really, sorry.
A little bit louder, please. So we just wanted to say excellent presentation. Every time I thought of a question, within the next 5 to 10 seconds, you answered it. So your presentation was very well thought out. I do have one question for you though. Considering that we are living in a virtual environment, will your platform offer virtual volunteering opportunities such as tutoring or virtual assisting or assisting seniors virtually with their technology needs?
That is such a good question. I haven't really thought about that, but that's something that we definitely want to include and something that we definitely take note of because, I think a lot of students and people would benefit from some online tutoring and helping them online.
However, during COVID-19, we would, as people go out and start to go back into the volunteering world, we will put on our website that everyone needs to wear a mask and that you will need to provide your own hand sanitizer in case of things like that, sanitary.
Yeah, and you'll have to be social distance at all times. Yeah, we'll make sure that's very clear, very clear.
Thank you very much, ladies.
No
yes,
problem.
I agree, ladies. You guys did an awesome job. Very, very, very impressive. I was smiling from the very beginning. Love ideas that are investing back into our community. My question would be, what was your thought process when you narrowed down who your target audience was going to be? Because when I think about it, I think it's such a resource that adults can use. So I was trying to think, asking what is your thought process when you narrowed down your target market?
I think we just thought that because students need to do so many community service hours, like I need to do 19 hours, and 30 hours.
Yeah.
I think this year. And I always struggle to find places that I would love, and like if I ask the SPCA, they're usually full, and there's half of these charities that I don't even know about that I would probably enjoy very much. So we thought that it would be popular between all demographics, but we really thought that students would really benefit the most from this, and we'll get the most use out of this from students and charities. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again. You guys did an awesome job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So honestly, how long did you two spend rehearsing this?
Let's just say it was a lot of lunch times, a lot of late nights, and a lot of editing, and a lot of support from our families, but we put a lot of effort into this because it's something that I think we're both really passionate about, is because I think this will not only benefit like other people, but yourself as a person as well, because like I'll get to meet new people that I probably wouldn't have met due to COVID and just not being in the same school. And I think like when you do volunteer work, it kind of feeds the soul, and I think that is why we found it such a good cause that we could like do, because it's not just for money. And I think that's something different that's not always there.
Well, you obviously practiced this a great deal, and it really shows. This was one of the best rehearsed and smoothest presentations I think I've ever seen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Noted Apple. My big question for you is, did you look at any competitors? And when I say competitors, I don't mean other people in Bermuda trying to do the same thing, but did you look outside of Bermuda and see what other competing services there are?
There are many services, especially in the UK or America, that are have a similar idea to us. However, we added small details such as the tracking page or the blogging page, where we couldn't find that on other competitors' websites. So it'll be more relevant
to like Bermuda. It's like not some of the global ones. They sort of miss Bermuda because we are such a small island, but we're such a community. Like the community is so big, and we all have love for each other. And I think we need to express that some more and like show the world that we can. I just sometimes people just overlook us because we're just like a tiny little island in the middle of the Pacific. So I really think that we did have a look, and I think that they also gave us ideas that we hadn't thought of, and then we thought of our own to make it relevant to Bermuda itself. Yeah.
Well, there's other services like I think volunteermatch.org and others. All that means is that your idea is a good one if other people are doing it, and there's nothing wrong with taking an idea that works internationally and implementing exactly the same thing in Bermuda. But I'd encourage you guys to think a little bigger than just Bermuda, because if what you do works, you do it right, then there's no reason it can't be so much more.
Yeah, that is a really good point. I think that if it did do well in Bermuda, maybe we'd like to develop it maybe a bit more internationally. I think that would be, that's a really good point that we haven't thought of yet. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think they've all.
Okay, thank you, judges.
Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
This is Lorraine and Moya, Volunteer Bermuda.
Thank you so much.
Very inspiring presentation. Well done, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you just heard from Lorraine and Moya from the BHS. Next up, we have Game Boy Effect. We have TA Holmes, did I say it correct? Well done. TA Holmes, 16 years old, of the Barclay Institute, and she will be presenting Game Boy Effect.
evening. My name is Jason. I came up with the idea to start a business with my friends on a whim. I was tired of being broke, and there aren't many jobs due to the pandemic. I love drawing and creating new things. With that, I decided I wanted to create my own line of clothes and make canvases and posters on the side. Next slide. Next slide again, sorry. My company is Game Boy Effect, to play on the old vintage effect of the Game Boy. My motto is escape to your out-of-body experience. I want you to feel as if you're transported while looking at my posters, clothes, or paintings. The key people in my project are Cassandra Cole, the other designer, and Andrew Thomas, Azaria Richardson, and Brian Minus are my advisors and will be helping me sell the clothes for a commission. As of right now, they're the only people that I need to know about my plans. Next slide. My opportunity is that people in Bermuda want unique things to wear, and me and my team have the qualifications to fulfill their needs. Each design will be up for limited time. Cassandra and I's art style is unique, to say the least. Our company doesn't have a mission statement, but the ideal is that our team wants you to be the creative you that you want everyone to see. Next slide. My business will be retail. I will buy the different clothes in bulk from different overseas vendors. I have already gotten my vendor's license, which means I can get a pop-up and sell shirts during Harbor Night. BEDC has a community e-commerce site so customers can pay right on the site. I made an Instagram for it as well. The Instagram will be used to show new items and what is and isn't in stock. It will also have the shop link in the bio. Next slide. No competition comes in mind other than custom shoe designers. Like I have previously stated, our designs are unique and different. My target customer is men and women between the ages of 14 to 20. So teenagers. It's roughly 8,000 teens in Bermuda. Since it's mainly teens, it will be easier for them to be on Instagram than on Facebook. Next slide. On the technology side of things, like I have already stated, the Instagram. I'm making the website on BEDC's page, and I will also get Instagram ads. To ensure that the business is eco-friendly, I will be reusing the packaging. And if you would like us to upcycle your clothes, we can for an extra fee. Next slide. Resource requirements. To make products for 3 months, paint will be upwards $100, transfer paper $50 to $70, black, white, and gray shirts $200, and a physical space $700 to rent the space at Harbor Night. Paint or shoes $60, canvases $300. If I sell an average of 5 shirts a week for $30, I will be able to get $464. Cassandra can have $115, and Jerry, Zion, and Azaria each get $5 commission if they sell any shirts. To start off, I will need $1,420. I want to look into getting my business onto Sargasso Sea for delivery options. As of right now, I want to start looking at different investor sponsors for my business to start it off. Next slide. Sales forecast. The average cost of one shirt will be $20 to $30. The canvas price depends on the size of the painting. For example, a 5x7 can be $15, and the 8x10 can be $20, but the price can be negotiable. I feel as if we both pull our weight, we could be able to generate 10 new designs weekly, including our designs we already hit. I would have to try and sell a minimum of 42 shirts a month to break even. The unit selling price is $20 and up. Next slide. In conclusion, I will try my best to be successful in my business journey. I know I have a good team behind me leading me in the right direction. I have been thinking about starting a business since I was young. I will be sincerely grateful if you were to consider supporting and guiding me in my future endeavors at the start of my business career. Thank you.
Okay, that is T.A. Holmes, 16 years old, of the Barking Institute. Judges, any questions for her?
Hi, good evening. How are you this evening?
Excellent. Fine, thank you.
I just have a quick question for you. So in an effort to create additional revenue and possibly provide a more cost-effective option if you're going to be having a pop-up at Harbor Nights, would you consider doing print? Or is all of the artwork only going to be original pieces?
Pardon me, I couldn't understand that.
So for the artwork, in an effort to create additional revenue for your business and to create a possibly cheaper option for tourists and locals, would you consider doing print? Or will all of the artwork be original art?
I could make my original artwork into posters and sell it like that. But you could also buy the original canvas if you choose.
Okay. TA, I am also, like you, tired of being broke. So we definitely have something in common there. What inspired you to come up with this idea? What is the key driver behind what you're trying to do?
I like to draw, and I like creating things, and I like spreading my art with other people. I like making people happy when they see my art, and if I can make people happy while doing something I love, it would just work. And I don't really like to work under people, so me being my own boss would come and help in that way.
Okay, well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, really well done. You did a great job following the format, and that meant you had a really nicely structured presentation, and it was very clear. So you did a really good job with that. I think it's a really exciting time to be a designer or a maker in Bermuda, because there are some people out there in the island who are creating art and creating a business around their art. And some of them started from really humble beginnings. The shop on Front Street started out making little jewelry at Rock Island. She would just make it at this coffee shop and then sell it. And then she moved to Harbor Nights, and then she moved it to a store. So it's possible to make a living from your art and share beauty with a lot of other people. And I'm really excited to see some of your designs. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. That was T.A. Holmes, 16 years old, of Barclay Institute, Game Boy Effect. Thank you, T.A. Next up, we have Card Counted. I'm just going to give them a second to set up, and you can bring the chairs in. Yes. Okay, so we have coming to you 4 exciting young ladies. Card Counted: Ella Fields Lament, 13, Grace Amardessa, 13, Samantha Barboza, 14, and Jeriel Fernandez, 13, of Bermuda High School. Card Counted.
Card Counted. Good afternoon. Our names are Ella Field Lament, Jeriel Fernandez, Samantha Barboza, and Grace Amardessa. We are enterprise students at the Bermuda High School for Girls, and our business idea is Card Counted, a company that provides discounts for our students. Our roles include CEO, CFO, heads of sales, and social media director. Our business. Do you love shopping that everything in Bermuda is so expensive? Are you under 18 or in full-time education and want discounts for all your favorite local stores? Introducing Card Counted, the answer to all your shopping needs. Our business provides discount cards to students island-wide. We all know how expensive things are in Bermuda, and as kids, usually we need something new, and we definitely always want something new. Here's an example of what the card will look like. Next slide, please. Value Park proposition. There's another business in Bermuda that sells a similar product, but we don't know much information about them. But we think our product will sell better because most likely the other business is run by adults. So they don't know exactly what kids need or want. But since we're students ourselves, we know what stores and things students will want. Therefore, our product will be more in demand. The ultimate goal for this business is to help the students of Bermuda fulfill their wants and needs. Next slide, please. Our business model. Our service-oriented business consists of providing discount cards to the students of Bermuda. We will contact local businesses to assess their buy-in and add them to our app, featuring their special discounts. For example, if we reach out to Buzz, they could decide to give us a deal of 30% off on Friday. The card will cost an initial $4.99 and will have to be renewed every 6 months for another $4.99. On the card will be the student's name, birthday, school, and the purchase and expiration date of the card. An example of the card was seen on the press 5. Cards will be available for all students from primary 1 all the way through to S4. And for every card purchased, $1 will be given to charity. Our revenue stream will come from the sale of our discount cards and advertisement space on the card handed out. Next slide, please. Our targets and marketing. Our targets are mainly students who want to learn new things at a cheaper price. Students will be drawn to our product mostly because our product provides discounts for school supplies, but also parents who are looking to spend a little less on their kids. We currently don't have a business location, but we want to sell our product in the city of Hamilton because it is very popular and basically the capital of Bermuda. We plan on reaching out to companies that students use on a daily/weekly basis or are likely to spend lots of money at, e.g. stationery store, Buzz, A.F. Smith's, and English Sports Shop. Next slide, please. Thank you.
Why should companies work with us? If companies work with us, it would bring more customers to their business. The cards will also act as free advertising. Say the customer goes to Brew and uses the card. They use the Brew discount of 5% off sandwiches on Wednesday, and the sandwich is really good. They will go back the next day because they enjoy the sandwich so much and they will pay full price. So Brew will now gain a new customer. Next slide, please.
Innovation and technology. We plan to have a card-counted app, and here's what the app would look like. Our app will have updates every month. In the future, we look forward to sell premium cards for an extra $9.99 to give bigger and better discount on items. We also plan to make these cards available to Bermuda College students. We also want to expand our business virtually, meaning that we will make cards virtually. We're looking to reducing plastic use too. We plan on using a college student that is taking a coding course instead of a real app developer. They will be cheaper to build and design our app. We also plan to use social media as a way to promote our product. Next slide, please. We discussed the requirements. What would be our first investment? Our first major investment would be a card printer, which usually ranges from about $600 to $1,200 on Amazon, along with cards and ink. Our second major investment would be an app developer / designer to create our app. And like we said before, we plan on looking into a Bermuda college student who's taking a coding course who will be cheaper rather than a pure app developer. Next slide, please. Sales forecast. The profit costs $4.99, and it's an extra $4.99 to renew it every 6 months. And $1 of each sale / renewal goes to charity. If we sold an average of 50 cards a month, we would make an upwards of $2,390 per year. That's excluding the profit we would make for selling advertisements on our app. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. We really hope you consider choosing our venture. We strongly believe that it will not only benefit students, but parents and businesses as well. We are prepared to work hard and make our business succeed. Thank you for having us. Next slide. Next slide. Are you ready to make your card count?
Well done, ladies. Ella, Grace, Samantha, and Jerry out. What we're going to do now is invite the judges to ask you a few questions. Okay, judges?
Good evening, ladies. How are you this evening? Very good presentation. One quick question for you. So once I use my card at a store, I can't use it again at that same store until the next cycle? How long is this discount valid for?
Well, so like we said, the card would have to be renewed every 6 months. And you can pretty much use the card like once a day at that store. So say, like the example we gave was like, say you go to Buzz and they have a discount of $5 for like 30% off fries on Friday. So you can only use that once that day. So when the next Friday rolls around, you can use it again.
Okay, so just one per day?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
You also, sorry, good evening to you also, and so well done. You mentioned just now about having to renew the card every 6 months.
Yes.
What does that process look like? What does the process of getting a card, and what does the process of renewing a card look like?
So you would go onto the app and it would introduce you to like a screen, and it would ask you if you would like to buy the card, and if you would pay $4.99 for the card, and then you would have access to all of the discounts, and it will give you a reminder maybe a few days before the card is finished. You have to renew it, and you would probably click on it, and it would bring you back up to that slide where it says, would you like to buy it again?
So my question is, I'm not a student, I'm working. What does the app do to stop me from purchasing a card and using it?
Well, it will ask for your information, like what school you go to, what's your age, and like who your parents are. So like basic information that you would need that a student should have.
Okay, so to protect yourself, I could imagine you might want to put something in there to stop anyone from potentially lying to you or putting false information to take advantage of the discounts, because I'm sure the stores might not be happy if they see people that are not students who they're extending these discounts to coming in to take advantage of the discount. So maybe that's something you can look into as you guys continue on to develop your idea.
Thank you.
So, I am a retailer, right? So we sell to students and to other people in Bermuda. Have you guys thought about or considered how much the mailing lists would be worth and how much the advertising is worth?
Well, we thought about,
You know, picking up a few dollars here and there from selling cards is great, but if you can charge a retailer, you know, $500 to send a blast out to 3,000 students, that, you know, laptops are on sale, that's worth a lot to a lot of retailers.
so we planned on charging, like you said, retailers, I think about like 500 to 750 for like an actual like advertisement, like pop-up ads on like our app.
Yeah, being able to push ads either by email or directly on the app or on your own social media is very, very valuable for local businesses to do to reach customers and let them know what we have. Well done. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, judges. And once again, thank you to Cards Counted, the wonderful ladies, Ella, Grace, Samantha, and Jeriel. Good job, guys.
Thank you. You want to say some of the things?
We'll take two. Next up, we have Ms. Maya Furbit Jacob, 16 of the Barclay Institute. She is representing MFJ Cosmetics and Design.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure and honor to be here. My name is Maya Furbit Jacobs, and I'm the proud owner of MFJ Cosmetics and Design. This evening, I will be pitching to you my idea for my hair and skincare. Next slide, please. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 16 years old, and I attend the Barclay Institute. In the summer of 2020, I was able to start my business with the help of BEDC and their Summer Student Entrepreneurship Program. At the age of 13, I learned and created skin and hair products with my abuela. Instantly, I fell in love with everything about the skin and hair. My main goal today is to help men and women all over feel comfortable and confident in their skin. Next slide. So what is my idea? My idea is to use Bermuda's natural essence in my products. Now, what do I mean by that? Have you ever heard of the Bermudian superstition to go in our crystal blue water if we have a cut on our knee, a rash on our side? How about the common flu? What if I told you that superstition is real? Our water is filled with various amount of skin healing minerals including calcium, magnesium, potassium, and so much more. These minerals help absorb contagions in the body and aid in the remedial process. Our water is a miracle marvel for skin care and infection. The magnesium in the water has an anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial agent capable of getting rid of acne and irritation in the skin. Next slide, please. Otherwise known as the fountain of youth in Brazil, the nostrum flower can be found here in Bermuda, and I will be using the nostrum flower for my hair growth serum. The nostrum flower contains high quantities of iron, flavonoids, beta-carotene, and manganese. It can be found in today's traditional medicine to cure illnesses and conditions such as hair loss. Next slide, please. I want to create a web page letting others know how to properly take care of their skin and hair. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you exercising? Do you feel more stressed than usual? Are you eating right? All of these factors affect how your hair and skin look. My webpage will tell you the right skin, exercise, and eating regimens you should take in order for you to feel great. Next slide, please. As of right now, males and females from ages 9 to 60 are interested in my products. We all want to know how to feel younger, how to look younger, and how to age younger. And I believe my products are capable of doing exactly that. Next slide, please. But how are my products different from the rest? My products will diminish your skin blemishes and acne. It will leave your hair with a growthy and silky look. And most importantly, my products will be made from Bermuda's natural nature's compound. Next slide, please. But how does my product benefit Bermuda? It benefits Bermuda because when I want people to look at my products, I want them to see what Bermuda's beauty can do for them. They're going to search online and research more about Bermuda, and I'm hoping that their next destination will be here, bringing back tourism. And I also believe my products can become a global purchase. Next slide, please. Regarding finances, my products will not exceed the limit of $30. My operating and startup costs will cost between $50 to $80 monthly, averaging to about $780 to $790 yearly. All things business will be worked on at my home and advertised on social media platforms such as Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All money proceeds will go towards research, necessary equipment, labeling, product cases, and more. Next slide, please. Once again, I want to say what a true honor and pleasure it was to be here to pitch my idea. I hope you loved my idea. Thank you for your time.
Well done, Maya. That's Maya of MFJ Cosmetics and Design, and we're going to invite you to have a seat while the judges. Questions, judges?
Hi, good evening, Maya. First, excellent presentation. You are best spoken 16-year-old. I do have a couple of questions for you. You mentioned the website will offer advice regarding eating and exercise. Will you be getting assistance from any nutritionists, dietitians, or trainers to that effect?
Yes, my father was actually a bodybuilder, and he's on a strict regimen of how we eat in our household. So he puts us on meals that have basically all the meal plans, our greens, our meats, our carbs in the right amount. And I also do exercising in the back, including cheerleading and gymnastics. So I will be showing videos of the right exercises to do and the right ways to eat.
Okay, and my follow-up question to that one is, considering that you are going to be using providing products that are applied directly to the skin, have you consulted with any doctors, a dermatologist, or any other medical governing bodies to make sure that your products are safe?
I have not consulted with them as yet. I will be consulting with a dermatologist I've actually met previously when I was doing almost like an intern or like a show over to see how dermatology works in the background of it. So I will be asking him if my products are safe.
Thank you. That's all from me.
Good evening, Maya. I agree. My colleague here, you are very, very well spoken. So congratulations to your presentation. Point. My question is, you mentioned very sharply that your products will not be going over the price of $30. I wanted to get your thought behind that. Maybe did you do some research on how much other face creams are costing? And if you did, what is the average price out there?
Well, in America, I found out skin products usually cost between $10 to $25 at least in the dollar store aisles or places like Ulta Beauty. But in Bermuda, I find that when I'm going to People's Pharmacy or Phoenix store, I'm paying like $30 for 2 items. And I want my products to be affordable but reliable.
Okay. And what other products would you say is the competitor to your product that's on the shelf currently in Bermuda?
Currently. I haven't seen, I've heard of one person while I was doing the entrepreneurship program. He has like a skincare business. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but I think he's my competition for now.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Alex?
Hi, are you selling stuff now actively?
Yes, I am actually.
What are your products now?
Right now, I sell facial toners, body scrubs, and with a serum, and also lip gloss, lip scrubs, mainly stuff in the cosmetics and facial aisle. Yeah.
And are you making this stuff yourself now?
I am making this stuff myself.
So you already have this business. Now you're just scaling up. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I think that's... I've got to go to your website and have a look. I doubt you can fix this.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think it's great that you're out there selling now, and I think it's a really exciting time to be a Bermudian creator. So don't just limit yourself to Bermuda. You know, people all over the world will pay for authentic, natural products, and, you know, your authenticity, like you created this stuff, you're Bermudian, and you're making it with seawater and nasturtiums is fantastic. So I'm really excited to see what you do over the coming years.
Thank you.
Hi, Maya. We just have one more question for you. We both asked the same question. Are your products currently available in any local businesses on island?
No, they are not. I wish they could be, but I haven't gotten to that point just quite yet.
Okay, so how does one purchase from you?
They can actually go on my website, msjcosmeticsdesigns.com, and they can either purchase from there, and they can pick either cash on hand or a PayPal, or they can go on my Instagram account, we call it MSJ Cosmetics Designs, and they can order by DMing me.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Ms. Maya. MSJ Cosmetics, thank you, judges. Up next, we have Cervico, and the young lady coming in, Vikashni Raghunathan, did I say it correct, of VHS 13. When you're ready.
Good evening, everyone. My product is called Cervico, home services at your doorstep. By Vikashni Raghunathan, I'm in year 9 and I attend Bermuda High School for Girls, and I'm 13 years old. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Last year, I had an opportunity to take part in the KPMG Investment Challenge and won second place. Next slide, please. Need help? Has your washing machine broken down again? Well, we have a solution for that. Cervico app can help you with all your home services. The platform helps customers book reliable home services, like electricians, plumbers, carpenters, nannies, etc. You can find ratings and reviews for service providers. Estimate, invoice, process, payment. Those are the 3 steps of Cervico. Business model. Next step. Next slide. Next slide. Business model of Cervico. Once the provider and the user has signed up on Cervico, they need to sign up with the provider end has to sign up with their ID details, and the user end has to sign up with card details. This will both be entered into the database. When the user needs a reliable home service, they can go on the app and search up their service needed. Then the provider will get a notification and he can either accept or decline it. After that, the app generates an invoice and it takes care of online payment. Next slide, please. This is the business model of Cervico. On the left, you can see all the different types of services that Cervico provides. On the right, you can see the user who books it can book a date, time, and it gives you a estimated amount. Market size and target customers. Next slide, please. There's no such app on iOS or Android that is currently available in Bermuda, but service providers are listed on websites and on social media. The idea behind Servico. Well, when I was little, my parents always had hard times finding appliances and reliable home services. Usually they ask neighbors or friends, but I've been thinking, why can't there just be one platform where you can find all the service providers that you need? Also importantly, Servico is an app that helps the environment in a way. Servico, once providers sign up on Servico, Servico protects the environment in a way because say for example your fridge, the gasket in your fridge is broken and the manufacturing has stopped. The manufacturing, the model, and the provider should be able to find an alternative part from another manufacturer around the world. From example, app platform. As well as Servico is available for anyone in Bermuda and it's no payment required, which means it's a free app to download. And Servico will benefit all the service providers in Bermuda. And it's a completely automated app, which means it does not require any office space at all. Next slide, please. How Servico makes money. There are 3 ways that Servico makes money: commission, reverse auction, and advertisement. Next slide, please. Innovation and technology. On the front end, it uses Angular.js. On the back end, it uses Node.js, and Redis for API catching, job scheduling, and listing professionals for CEO pages and apps. Other supporting languages include Python, Java, and Scala. Next slide, please. Resource requirement. The setup cost of Servico is approximately $52,000. App development. $2,000, which is a one-time fee. Maintenance and support, which is 10% of the development, which is an annual fee. And who will create the app? I know a little bit of Java, Python, Scala, and CSS. However, I will need help from programmers and other support, but I would love to do an app. Sales rep, $15,000. Platform administrator, which is also $15,000, and payment gateway, which is 1.5% of every transaction. And rental is not needed. So the total cost is $52,000. Thank you for this opportunity this evening. I really appreciate it.
Okay, good stuff. Dakashni.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we're going to invite the judges to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Judges, we're ready with your questions.
Hi, I think it's fantastic that you're solving a problem that you and your family have experienced, and well done learning some programming yourself. That will help you very much in the long run. Will you be? I'm sorry if I missed it, but will you be charging the service providers a portion of the invoice, or how do you get paid?
I get paid 1.5 of the profit. So they sort of amongst themselves. So obviously the service provider will get paid and the user will have to pay them directly. But by using the app gets 1.5% of the profit.
Okay. One thing I really like is that you looked at the process, estimate, invoice, how to workflow. That's a really good feature to have. So a lot of contractors have real problems even following up with their own invoices. So this is really valuable for a lot of contractors. You almost have to chase them sometimes to bill you. So I think it's a great service if you can put it into fruition.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Very good job. Definitely something that is very useful. Talk to me about your ask. You mentioned 52,000. If you were not be able to get the 52,000, what would your next move be?
So my next move will obviously be I might have to cut advertisement a little bit. So instead of sales reps, I can do it on social media platforms instead of actually creating banners and posters. And I do think that the app development cost, if I do it myself, it will be a little less money, I think. So I can do most of the development myself and maybe pay one or two programmers to check it over for me and review it, maybe.
Yeah, excellent. Well done, and well done to learning a skill like programming. It definitely becomes useful.
Thank you. Yes, good job with your presentation. Fortunately, all of my questions have been answered. Again, excellent job.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to our judges, and thank you to the Kashani Revenation 13 of CHS itself. At this time, we're going to invite Sarai Smith, 16 years old, a homeschool student of Simply Natural. We do want to pause for a second to acknowledge the sponsors of this event. It's brought to you by the BEDC and the Economic Development Department, and to also recognize and thank the judges and all the people that are working hard for this event behind the scenes. To our judges, Sloan Johnson, Kyle James, and Alex Jones. So thank you to everyone for making this event possible. And now we're going to have Sarai Smith, 16, of Simply Natural. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Sarai Smith, and my business is Simply Natural, and it is a sole proprietorship. Next slide, please. As you all may know, Bermuda is one of the top countries for having the most diabetics, according to the Bermuda Diabetic Association. And with my business being made up of all natural sugar-free drinks and snacks, the need in the market is extensive, especially when people around this time are gearing towards healthier lifestyles. We provide drinks and snacks minus all the unhealthy ingredients, giving individuals the opportunity to enjoy delicious, healthy foods without all the guilt. Our goal ultimately will be to broaden our drink flavors and snack options, expand it to grocery stores and other retail stores. We also plan to have a mobile truck in the future so we can have a mobile health store. And our mission is to reduce the sugar intake we as a community regularly consume by selling whole from sugar-free foods and beverages so our society benefits as a whole. I am offering drinks sweetened solely by 100% all-natural monk fruit, protein bars made with sprouted nuts and fruits, as well as popcorn, popped in coconut oil, and made with organic seeds. And also my product, as I said before, is sweetened with a sugar alternative, monk fruit. It can be used by diabetics to reduce the intake of sugary foods they consume, and I'm currently in the introduction stage. My competition is as follows: Rock On, Better Health, Juicery, ABC Natural Foods, and Herbalife. As you can see, I've already been selling my product already for about 3 months now, and I find that locals are more inclined to purchase my product. The niche market I'm focusing on is diabetics and people who are interested in healthy, all-natural, sugar-free drinks and snacks that actually taste good. My target customers are diabetics and health-conscious individuals that are looking for a healthier lifestyle. And I will further market myself by doing taste sessions and lunch and learns where individuals come and learn about our products. We will have a website where our customers can order for pickup or delivery of our products. Also, they can learn about the health benefits. Please see next slide. Next slide. Can you go one more slide? Okay, I'm here. We will have a website where our customers can order for pickup or delivery of our products. Also, they can learn about the health benefits of all our products there as well. I will have social media ads, Instagram and Facebook. And to lessen our carbon footprint, we will offer discounts for those who bring reusable containers for their drinks to be filled up. Next slide. So these are my startup costs, and they include health department license, commercial lemon squeezer, all the way to Simply Natural shirts and masks and printer ink. And these are my operating expenses for the first 3 months. Next slide. So I sell my lemonades for $7, my iced teas for $5, 3 and 4 for different flavored popcorn, and $6 for a protein bar. I aim to do $300 weekly and $6,000 monthly. My projected sales are to sell $15, $20 sales, which will equal $300 a day. $1,500 per 5 working days, which will equal $6,000 a month. And my break-even point, I would have to make $45, $12.37 gross profit sales, which is actually $20, to break even a $558.63 fixed cost, variable cost monthly. Next slide. So for my call to action, I hope to revolutionize the market by making sugar-free drinks so people can enjoy a sweet drink without all its side effects. Healthy can taste good. I also plan to give a percentage of my profits to the Diabetic Association to help in reducing the amount of diabetics in our island. Every little bit helps. I would like to say thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my business venture. Please consider investing in my enterprise, as I am very excited and driven to take this business idea to great lengths. Thank you. Any questions?
Well done. Sarai Smith of Simply Natural. We're going to invite the judges to come aboard and to ask some follow-up questions.
Good evening, Sarai.
Hello. Good evening.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And, first I want to give you kudos for giving back to the community by donating to the Diabetes Center. You mentioned that you use monk fruit to sweeten your food and beverages. Are any of your competitors currently using monk fruit as well, or is that unique to you?
That is for all the research I have done, because I've gone around the island looking. I haven't found anyone who uses monk fruit at the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarai. Congratulations for coming as far as you have. To actually see a product in front of you is pretty awesome. I could imagine what it felt like to get that first bottle in your hand. I'm sure you had a big, big smile. I guess my question would be, who is your number one competitor? And what makes you stand out in front of them?
So I would like to say my number one competitor is Juicery. They make a lot of drinks, and they sweeten them with things like stevia. They make smoothies. They make all the things that I want to make one day. But the difference is mine is made with monk fruit, and unlike stevia seems to change what different drinks taste like. Mine don't, and also mine, you don't have to use as much monk fruit because it's 400 times sweeter than sugar. So it tastes sweet, and stevia, it tastes sweet but not as sweet as monk fruit would. And it can go on a lot of different things.
Okay.
Like you can't really put it in baked goods and stuff like that.
How did you discover monk fruit as a sweetener?
So my dad actually was looking for something that wasn't sugar, so we would lessen how much sugar we actually use. And he has a health business, but he went looking, and he finally found monk fruit, and he learned that it reduces the risk of obesity and diabetes. So he brought that, and what I did, me with my brother, we made drinks every single Sunday, and we were like, I really think people will enjoy these drinks if they got to try them. So that's how I came up with my business.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How much have you sold so far?
So far I started in July. I don't know the exact number, but I've made quite a few sales. I was in the BEDC program, and I came third. So I made quite a few sales while I was in the BEDC program, and I have since I've come out of it.
Well, I think this is really fantastic that you got it over the line and you're actively selling. I think that's the hardest thing to do is go from 0 to 1. So congratulations. I think, where do I go to buy your products?
So I have an Instagram. It's simplynatural.bda. You can either DM me or call me on my number, which is 703-4275, or my email, which is violencesisters@yahoo.com.
Okay. It's Simply Natural BDA, but I'd encourage you to work on your brand and just keep selling out, and find more and more places that are willing to pick it up and sell it, because people will love to support you and will love to buy your products, especially if your products taste good.
Yeah. Oh, and also I'm going to be actually in a store close to MSA in about 2 weeks. So.
Which store is that?
So it's actually my dad. He's moving in, and he's going to put my products in there so people can go there and buy them.
Okay, is that the one behind MSA in one of those little old houses?
Yes, so it's where unlimited supplies used to be.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I'll check it out in a couple of weeks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, judges. Thank you, Soraya Smith of Simply Natural. Okay, next up, we have Jasmine Carterington, Carterington at Mead, 17 years old from Cedar Bridge Academy, and she's representing the company Individuality. Let's welcome her. Remember to take next slide when you want to change it. Okay. Started. Right. Slowly. Alive. This is my presentation. Yeah. Got it? Okay. Great. Yeah.
Good night. My name is Jasmine Carterington, and I am the CEO of Individuality, fashion unique to you. Next slide, please. My mission statement is as follows. This website is a personalized shopping experience that will make dressing up enjoyable again. So the opportunity I recognize in the market is that a lot of young women are clueless when it comes to finding local stores in Bermuda that fit their style. But what if there was a way to easily find local and online stores that fit your unique style? What makes my app unique, and who are my competitors? I have not found any businesses in Bermuda that provide this service. However, my primary competitor is the internet itself. On the other hand, the difference between my competitor and my business is that my app is solely for Bermudian women, and I will provide them with a personalized shopping experience that will help express their individuality. My ultimate goal for my business is to have a constant sales growth of at least 15% within the next 6 months. Next slide, please. So this is a survey I conducted, and as you can see, at least 90% of people in Bermuda find it difficult to find local stores that support their style. Next slide, please. Key people and company name. So again, my company name is Individuality. I am the CEO and founder. My advisors are Zarina Carterington and Jazara Carterington as me. The amount of employees I will actually need are just one, and this consists of a developer. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Description of the business model. The way I will make money is through a freemium and premium subscription service and ad revenue. So the way that I will actually generate ads is through big clothing businesses such as Gibbons Company. If they want to showcase something new they have in stock, they will go through my business and I will showcase it on my website. And for every degree let's just say for every degree customers that they get, I get 3% of their wealth. So what is my idea exactly? My idea is to provide young women with a personalized shopping experience through a website. There will be a subscription in place that consists of bronze, silver, and gold. Bronze contains local stores. Silver contains local and U.S. stores, and gold will contain international stores. I will display a list of local and online stores that fit their taste in fashion. And in order to find the customer's taste in fashion, I will have them take a quick, easy, yet very fun survey. Next slide, please. So market size and target customer. My niche customer is a target audience that is young, expressive, and maybe a woman who wants to become more stylish. The demographics are a young Bermudian woman who is 14 to 24 in high school to college. Why am I attracted to this idea? I want to help young women realize the potential they have to create their own indie style and give them confidence so they can take pride in their individuality. I have always liked style when I was younger, and I've always been involved in games, and I love dressing up. And the feeling of satisfaction when I look in the mirror and see that I look really good, I want to share that feeling with my customers. Next slide, please. These are the demographics that I took to support the factual evidence for my last slide. As you can see, 70% that took the survey are female. The age range is 18 or younger, and yeah, the education was at least less than high school. Next slide, please. Innovation and technology. So how will my business strive to be innovative in its approach to the marketplace? My idea is innovative because the person no longer has to walk in clothing stores to see if that store fits their style and walk away with a feeling of dissatisfaction. Again, I myself have felt this feeling before, and so have many of my friends. I want to prevent that feeling and make shopping very much easier for young women. So how will my idea incorporate technology into its operational plan? My idea will incorporate business technology into its operational plan by it being fully online as a responsive website. However, my business workplace will be online and at my house. Next slide, please. Startup and operational costs. My startup cost will be $400 to $500. This includes responsive website build, advertising, and my time. I will advertise through Instagram, and I will actually be building the website myself. And the operational cost is a responsive website build that costs $192 yearly. Next slide, please. Average cost. My average cost for the subscription is the following. Bronze is free, silver is $2.99, and gold is $4.99. My assumptions support my projected sales is that my customers would eventually want a wider range of options so they can enjoy dressing up even more. And this will lead them to upgrade their subscription service to silver than gold. Next slide, please. So this is the forecast I can generate within 6 months, and this in total adds up to 712 sales. Next slide, please. And this is, actually, the last slide was 312 sales, not 712, it's 312. But the total revenue over the 6 period of months I would generate is 703 sales. Next slide, please. So as you can see, my sales growth rate stayed I completed my initial goal to keep my sales growth rate at 15%. Next slide, please. My break-even point is $312. Next slide, please. In conclusion, I want to make every young woman feel individual and special, but I can't do this alone. I need your help. If every young woman could express their individuality, the streets will be filled with diversity. People will gain more confidence in who they are and their presence will grow stronger. I hope you can support individuality and my adventure. Thank you.
Well done, Jasmine. Thank you. We just let you have a seat while the judges prepare to ask you some questions. Judges?
Good evening, Jasmine.
Evening.
Could you, well, first of all, congratulations, well done. Very, very good presentation and very well spoken. It seems like you've done a lot of research behind this. Can you point out exactly who your target audience is again?
My target audience is young women from 14 to 24 in college to high school.
Okay. And tell me, why do you think they would, jump at the opportunity at something like this consistently? I can see the value of using it once, maybe twice, but how do you think you can get consistent use out of your business so that it creates a sustainable revenue and income for yourself?
Well, from a lot of research and from what a lot of my friends told me and from things I've experienced by myself, style is always changing. Therefore, people will always want to improve and change their style. My website will provide them with that, provide them with endless options for that, and in general, just have them always feel like they have choices, not let them feel like, there's nothing in this island for me to buy. There will always be something here. That's what my idea is trying to place in young women's minds.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi, Jasmine. Every time you go into the fashion industry or even the technology industry, it's always good to find out if someone is doing something similar to you. You did mention that you hadn't heard or seen any apps or websites that do something similar to what you are looking to do. I'd like for you to have a look at the Nav app. I believe that she has a similar model. It would be beneficial to you to figure out what would make your business model different from what already exists.
Yeah.
That's it from me.
Thank you.
So, well done. You're very well spoken. And it sounds like, is it safe to say that this is something you're really passionate about?
Yes, I've always been very passionate about fashion.
What is it about fashion that gets you so excited?
I think it's just it's that I have the free will to express myself in any way I want. I know a lot of teenage girls that feel like have struggled with their self-confidence because they don't have the confidence to express themselves freely. They don't have the confidence to wear what they want to wear or something like that because there's no styles that suit them. So that's basically what I'm trying to fix, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so it sounds like you have a bigger mission than just whatever this particular model is. So, what's your big picture mission with this?
Well, if you're talking about the future of my company, I would want it to definitely go international because I also did a survey and that included international people, not just Floridians, and I kind of got the same results where they had difficulty finding local stores that support their style. So yeah, I would definitely want to go international.
Okay. Well, it's obvious you really prepared for this. You did a good job with your graphs and your presentation and things. But more important, I think, is your passion for the subject.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, judges, and thank you, Jasmine Carterington. Individuality. Up next, we have Treasure Nanette, 17, from representing Caught in the Moment, and she's a homeschool student. Treasure Nanette.
Alrighty.
Change slide.
Alright. Good evening. My name is Treasure, and my business, which I am extremely excited about, is called Caught in the Merman. It's a sole proprietorship, but I have good supporters. One of them, which is an entrepreneur herself and has run the business for over 9 years now. Next slide, please. You may have noticed the word "debut" on the previous slide, and it means the awareness that this will all become a memory. And who knows, maybe this will just become a memory, or maybe even something greater than that. My main goal with this business is to capture moments otherwise taken for granted. Next slide, please. And it's all while having fun with it. I'll be doing that through photography, prints, art, design, and photo shoots. If I were to tell you how I got into photography, I think it started back when I started finding these black and yellow Kodak cameras around the house, and then it just developed, I developed an obsession from there, I think. And then my uncle one day gave me a camera, and I went and bought a new lens after saving up. And I got a lot more excited about taking pictures and learning how to use my camera. Next slide, please. Maybe this is me just being an awkward person, but I know how intimidating it can be to have the camera in your face. I want to change that. I want it to feel like a relaxed setting, and just for people to have fun during shoots and leave with pictures they feel confident about, all for an affordable price. Next slide, please. What I think will set me apart from others is that I'm always looking to change things up, and I also like to play with light and colors. And I prefer candid shots, or those sort of pictures where a person is caught up in their own laughter or thoughts, hence the business name, Caught in the Moment. Next slide, please. With Caught in the Moment, I would offer a range of different opportunities, creative opportunities, such as photo shoots, canvas prints, phone cases, handmade stickers. And I want to allow people to carry around their memorable moments or just memorable photos along with them. This even may appeal to those who visit Bermuda, as I'm sure it's not a place they'd like to forget anytime soon, and they can take back any gifts and reminders. Next slide, please. My business can appeal to any generation, but I think my main focus would be, I know my main focus would be those around my age that can personally relate to me, or they're looking to build a brand for themselves, or get a more professional looking, get more professional pictures for themselves to post on social media if they would like. Next slide, please. I want to create a website that is easy to navigate and aesthetically pleasing. It will display the pictures and prints I have for purchase, and they may have to choose from anything that's on the website at the time. It also showcases the different creative projects that I have, as well as, actually, I wanted to not only have it be local, but to expand abroad. Next slide, please. I already have a pretty reliable camera and a bunch of photos that can be looked through. So everything you see here on the slide are things that will help me to improve the quality of the photos, not only for myself, but for others who I'm taking the pictures of and for. The startup cost is around $3,770, but without the camera, because I do have one now, it would be around $1,200. Next slide, please. I have a lot of ideas that I'll gradually put together as time goes by, and I'll expand my business. But I know that my shoots can make up the money I spent to start up my business. And you might see the picture to the right. It's a picture that I took and submitted into the Right Grundy competition, and I won in the Bermuda Life category. Next slide, please. After all of my planning, I've come to realize how much I'd like to see this project come to life and become an actual business that not only I can enjoy, but others around me can enjoy. I'll be able to show off Bermuda's most beautiful qualities, and I feel it will be helpful, even if it may seem that in the moment that they're just simple photos. Having this business will allow me to capture moments otherwise taken for granted, and it will be exciting to growing and expanding it past just photography and memories. And I'd really appreciate it if you consider me and my business. Thank you for the opportunity to take part in this year's youth pitch and to giving me the chance to put my ideas out there and finally put them to use.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Treasure. Judges, we're going to invite you to continue the questions.
Hi, Treasure. Thank you very much for presenting this evening. Excellent presentation.
Thank you.
Confirm for me how many years you've already been in business?
Pardon me?
Did you tell us how many years you've been doing photography?
Well, with the camera that I have now, about 3 years, but I've been taking pictures for maybe 6 years now.
Thank you.
Good evening, Treasure. Excellent job also. Really, really good, and it's exciting to see someone in the arts. I think we have one person earlier who did their unique design. You can do a lot of self-expression through your art. My question for you, how will you advertise yourself? How will people know about who you are, what you do, and how will they know how good you are? What is your plan?
I have an Instagram, and people already know that I have that, but with the website, I'll be able to advertise through that as well, and maybe collaborating with people who also have an appreciation for art and aesthetics and just showing off Bermuda's beautiful qualities.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I know you say you just mentioned Instagram and other social medias. I know sometimes, we're always looking at Instagram, and Instagram's a million of pictures. So I definitely would encourage you to find those real organic ways in your community to be able to showcase your art, whether you're giving prints to family members, friends that are able to promote you in their places of work, areas like that. We've definitely heard a lot of the social media outreach, but I just, encourage you to really think outside the box. We have Christmas season coming up as well. How can you create something that is unique, that people are just not used to getting instead of the normal avenues such as social media?
Well, because of the, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because I'll be doing like prints and physical things that you can touch and see, I might be able to try to get them in like mean, for places like that where they showcase art and stuff, I could do those type of things.
Yeah, I think that would be an excellent idea. You're talking about the Bermuda Society of Art.
Yeah.
Yes, I think those would be absolutely advantageous for the general public to be able to do your work. So again, congratulations, and yes, the first time you have your show at BSOA, I will be there.
Thank you.
Hi. So, are you selling photographs or photography sessions now?
No, not yet. But I do photo shoots for my friends and family.
Were the photographs in your presentation, were those yours?
Yeah, they were all mine.
Well, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
So it sounds like you're really just one step away from being in business. You know, you just have to find your first paying customers for a photo shoot, and you have to find your prints and your photographs. Have you spoken to any local photographers?
No, not yet.
You may want to just reach out to some local photographers of note and just ask them how they got their start and ask them about their business. I think they might give you some really interesting insights. So,
yeah.
You know, when you have your first show at BSOA, you need to start building a mailing list and make sure we get invited.
I will.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, judges. Thank you, Treasurer Nanette. 17 thoughts in the moment. I am really excited about that and looking forward to what you have coming in the future. Well done. Okay, our last group for the evening, we have Mask.Send. We have Natalia Tafour. You ladies come on in. We have Lizzie Wire and Caitlin Niemeyer. Did I say it right? Yeah. Okay, Natalia 13, Lizzie 11, and Caitlin 12 of CHS.
Perfect. All right, do I use this or do I just say this?
Mask.Send by Natalia, Caitlin, and Lizzie.
Next slide. Next.
Yeah.
We are 3-year 9 students that aspire to be entrepreneurs. We currently take enterprise and plan to take GCSE business and economics. Have you ever wondered how you can create a high demand item in a finite market to fill an essential need while being stylish and sustainable? During this time, all Bermuda residents are required to wear face masks. We can fill this demand and raise the bar for choice and quality at the same time as being environmentally conscious. Also, we are sorry there are some technical difficulties with this slide. This is the wrong slideshow, so some facts, if they are incorrect, we will correct them in our speech. Next slide.
Our business plan is the selling of masks and accessories that are high quality and use sustainable materials. Our product is unique because we can cost effectively and efficiently customize orders. In addition, the innovative style and design will be more popular with kids who don't enjoy wearing masks. Mask.Send's proposal is to donate to local charities. Our mission statement is quality and sustainability matched with safety, style, and innovative comfort.
Next slide.
Our business will use a website for orders.
Next slide.
And sales where the customer will have options to choose fabrics, design, and accessories. Mask.Send is also giving back to relevant and worthy local causes by donating 5% of our profit to Open Airways, a Bermuda charity which focuses on patients who suffer from respiratory illnesses, which includes COVID-19 patients. and 5% to B to Best, which aims to protect the environment in Bermuda. Many other people are selling masks for a lot of money, even though they are not as high quality and environmentally friendly as ours. For example, Funkins are selling their masks for $15 in Lindos. However, our masks are a better quality, so people would want to buy ours.
Next slide. Masks.Sense Market is a local Bermuda market appealing to all genders and ages from infants to the elderly. We have done a great deal of research on other companies who are presently selling masks to examine our competition as well as taking customer feedback. Our niche area would be kids generally, but with a specific focus on schools, camps, birthday party gifts, and the like. Masks.Sense goal is to make masks and accessories become a thing of fashion instead of being annoying to wear. Next slide.
We are innovative in our technology as we are working on a website that allows customers to customize, order, and pay for their masks and accessories online. We have various social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook, which would feature advertising with models and samples of all styles and options, as well as special offers and information on how our donations are being used.
Next slide.
On the screen are the resource requirements as well as the website where we source our fabrics.
Some of these facts are incorrect as we did not have a chance to change them. We also, on our corrected one, the labor per mask is $5, so we would sell our masks for $15, and $5 of that profit would go to labor. Next slide. As you can see, our sales forecasts are on the screen. These have not been updated, so as I explained, the masks are $15, and I will correct the profit. Our profit for one mask is $6.70. For one of each accessories A, B, and C, our profits would be $4, $9, and 80 cents respectively. If we sell 20 masks and 10 of each A, B, and C accessories per week, our total profits per month would be $1,191. And our profit per 3 months would be $3,573. Next slide.
We think our stylish, customizable, environmentally friendly masks, headbands, neck straps, and more will be a hit with all ages, and we hope our products will encourage everyone to keep themselves safe while also stylish. We hope you like our idea for this business and that you will support us in our mission. Would you like to have your own designable Masks.Sense accessories and be a part of our journey?
Go to slide 4. Previous slide. Previous slide. Previous slide. Previous slide. Stop. These are some examples of our accessories and masks. And as you can see here, these are some masks that we have made already. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Okay, Masks.Sense, Natalia, Lizzie, and Caitlin. Judges, they are ready for you.
Good evening, ladies. Excellent presentation. Thank you very much for pitching this evening. I just have a quick question. The material that you guys have chosen, what is the breakdown? Is it 100% cotton or is it a blend?
So it's a blend, but it's, I think, mostly cotton.
Okay, and as far as customization, are people able to add their name or school colors and crest, or is the customization just the print on the fabric?
The customization is just the print. So there's a slide where we have the website. It's called spoonflower.com, where you can choose any category. There's thousands of pages of different fabrics, and we bring those in, and you can pick whatever print you'd like, and we will make that. And the masks are reversible, so you can pick 2 fabrics.
Okay, and lastly, are you ladies doing all the sewing yourself?
Yes, but we also have help from family members.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies, and congratulations.
Thank
for
you.
getting started with your idea and your product. I think it's very smart, and it shows that you are staying on your toes when you're able to create a vision and a product around something that is a current event. That reactionary time sometimes is that key to success. But my question is around the sustainability of your business. Do you see this as just, something to cash in as best as possible in this moment? Because, of course, we all hope to get to a world where masks are not mandatory anymore. So I'm trying to get an idea of what is your vision for your company?
Well, so for the time that COVID is going on and is progressing and we still have to wear masks, of course we will be selling our masks and our mask accessories. And throughout the time, we will keep that going for people who do need masks for their job, or if they have an illness which needs a good protection. But we also have the plan of selling plus accessories, so headbands and possibly scrunchies and bracelets and things like that. And hopefully we will try to make them customizable, as in headbands, you can choose the fabric, but we will work on that. But for the time being, our plan is just to sell masks.
We would also, after, hopefully, once COVID is over, we would continue to sell them to healthcare workers, hopefully.
Yes.
And continue with that.
Okay. Again, great job, and hopefully I'll get the opportunity to purchase one of you guys' masks as well. Can you just remind us where we would find them?
So we have an Instagram page called masks.sen.bda, where there's the options of, there's a page where there's all the accessories, and then you can DM to customize your mask, and we will upload a picture of the website where you can choose your fabrics and just message us on that. We also have a Facebook page, which is called Masks Sen, where you can do the same thing.
We also have we're working on a website.
Yes.
Our website is not finished, but we are working on one to make it easier for people to go online and have all of our contact information to order the masks easier.
And pick them up.
And pick them up, yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alex?
So, great job. So I hear you're in business selling now. Is that correct?
Yes. We've been selling masks for a while.
For like around 2 weeks now, we've been selling them to teachers and
we sell
people at our
to the
school.
people at our school.
So we've got about
$70 to $100.
$70 to $100 on that.
Well, that's great. That's a great start. So how many have you sold so far? Is that about 15 masks?
More like 7, but we haven't, 10 or 7 with,
Okay. How long does it take you guys to make a mask?
around 20 minutes.
So you can make 3 masks an hour. Is that right?
Yeah. So the labor would be $15 per hour.
$15 an hour. Okay. So that's how much your seamstress bills are worth. So I think that's great. I think you've got the math, and this is a great learning business. If you are successful and sell a lot of masks, you'll want to start looking at what you can do next that's transferable. And there are some people who are doing really cool things, making clothes Bermuda style, who you should probably go and see, like Carl Coast Clothing and Tabs, because they kind of started out not too far off where you are.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, ladies, thank you very much. Again, that is masks.sen. We have Natalia, Lizzie, and Caitlin from the BHS. Well done, ladies.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, ladies. Okay. So we've come to the end of the presentations. We've just had masks.sen. Right now, the judges will be meeting to deliberate. And during this time, we are also going to be presenting, we're doing a raffle for an iPhone 11 to one of these lucky groups. And that's made possible by CPR cell phone repair. And then we're going to take some photos of the students with their teams and their products. And then we'll have the judges respond and announcements and certificate presentation. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. We want to thank our judges once again. Sloan Johnson, policy analyst from the Economic Development Department. Kyle James from Bermuda Business Development Agency. He's the Business Development Manager. And Alex Jones from CPR Cell Phone Repair, and he's the Managing Director. So thank you to all of them. And again, the sponsors for the event are the BEDC and the Economic Development Department. And we'll be right back.
The 2020-21 school year. This summer has been one for the record books. Technology has become the epicenter of everyday life. While technology has many benefits, it is important for us to remember to practice good digital citizenship. As Bermuda and many other parts of the world continue with a blended learning approach because of the coronavirus pandemic, setting expectations for this new way of teaching and learning is essential. It is important to remember that even if you're comfortable with technology, blended learning requires its own norms and procedures. In addition, teachers and students alike are spending more time checking the news and social media in an effort to understand the coronavirus and its effects. Now more than ever, students need key digital citizenship skills, including news and media literacy, the ability to recognize and respond to cyberbullying, and an understanding of how their media habits affect them. Let's start the 2020-21 school year off right. Make sure you review your school's policies around the use of devices, internet access, and online behavior. In most instances, this information can be found on your school's website or in the student handbook. Find a balance between your online and offline activities. It is important that we make time to get outside and away from our screens daily. Double check that you have the correct devices and connection needed if your school is hosting classes online. Remember to turn off your devices or cover your camera when not in use. Also, ensure that your devices and online meeting classroom programs are password protected and that your virus software is up to date. Understand your privacy and review your privacy settings for social media and school-related apps. Create a social media presence that represents the real you. And lastly, treat others the way you want to be treated. Refrain from cyberbullying, digital drama, and hate speech. Remember that digital crimes are prosecuted in real-life court. For more information on preparing for the 2021 school year and the new normal, contact your school administration or the Ministry of Education. For more assistance navigating your digital citizenship, protecting yourself online, or reporting a cybercrime, visit www.cybertips.bn.
Entrepreneurship Week, formerly this week, not just here in Bermuda, but around the world in 170 countries. And so we just like to take the time out of our day-to-day work to acknowledge the role that entrepreneurs play in our community.
I'm fortunate enough to be a child of two entrepreneurs, so I never saw my parents work for anyone. And outside of about 18 months of my life, I never worked for anyone either until I got this job.
Because for us, we see opportunities all around. And I think our job at BEDC is to help entrepreneurs develop a mindset to see these opportunities and to be able to access them.
The opportunities are absolutely everywhere. There are there's lots of problems. There's lots of gaps in the market. There are lots of things that do not exist here.
There's so much upward potential, but we tend to focus on the small possibility of a failure.
Do you have failure or do you have fear in your mind? And most people, if they're honest with themselves, it's not failure they're worried about, it's fear. So if you could separate that fear from the task at hand, you could pretty much achieve anything at any time.
And we were just in awe of everything that the people in this room are doing and the people that are not even in this room are doing. And I'm telling you guys, be encouraged. I know it is not easy, but you have a purpose and a plan, and you have to remember why you're doing it.
And so all November we'll be celebrating entrepreneurs and the incredible thing that businesses and entrepreneurs do.
We have a whole list of events, and Bermudians, as I say it, we're a little bit extra, so it's not just the week for us, it's the month. We have the youth pitch, so if anyone has children and they had any ideas, you would have entered them into the youth pitch.
We decided we would take advantage of this problem.
We have the rocket pitch competition.
It's a small step for a tiny island, but it has major implications.
It doesn't have to be just Bermuda-based. We can take this and implement it in other islands and other countries as well.
And then we have a conference, the next big thing, identifying opportunities.
And I think that if you're talking about what the next big thing is, the next big thing is solving some of the challenges in which we see. Everyone knows that my bent is towards technology. I recognize that technology is certainly going to be the future.
And we have our Small Business Award. So basically what the Small Business Award is, there are small businesses that are nominated and people get to choose. We have People's Choice, Business of the Year, startups, different things like that you can also come to. It's always an awesome event, a time to dress up and come out and have a good evening, and also support women, support businesses. That's really a big thing in Bermuda, supporting small businesses.
CPR, CPR, audio is unmuted by Paula Assist. Okay, so you might not have gotten that. Let me take this off. So I'm going to say it again. We're doing a raffle. The raffle is for the
iPhone 11.
iPhone 11
Yes.
from CPR. CPR fixes your phones. They're right there in Washington Mall down the lane there. Absolutely phenomenal. iPhone 11. Okay, so let's do it. Shake it up. Shaky. And skadoosh. I'm not looking. And, Dante Hunt. Me. So it's my phone. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so it's Gerald Fernandez. 13 years old. Jerry L. Fernandez has won the iPhone 11. Congratulations, Jerry L. Awesome stuff. And then,
so we have another great gift. I'm in the process of opening a new coffee house and art gallery here in Bermuda. And it's called Buna Gallery and Coffee House. And I want to first of all say thank you to BEDC for the funding for part of that. And it's been a great achievement to be able to offer this coffee house and cultural center here in Bermuda.
So what we're going to do this evening is open it up to the young people that presented tonight, and they need exhibition space. So for 1 week, we'll, during the month of November, be able to invite them up to feature their artwork. So we'll work with BEDC and any of the students that have fashion or graphics or photography that want to exhibit their work. For 1 week in November, we will offer the exhibition to them for free. So we'll work with the BEDC, so congratulations to everyone. And again, that's Duna Gallery and Coffee House, and we are located at number 30 Main Road, Somerset, just up the street from Maximart, close to, before you get to Somerset Bridge in the old plumbing building. Okay, so thank you again to BEDC for that opportunity, and congratulations to all the young people today.
Awesome stuff. Okay, well, good evening, everybody, once again. It's been a fantastic contest tonight. We've been very impressed with the pictures that we've seen, and we definitely think Bermuda's in good hands with our young people and some of their brilliant ideas. We've just deliberated the judges. I know they had a tough time, and we just wanted to just bring them forward if we can for one moment, just to let us know some of the challenges or thoughts that they had in deliberation. Judges, are you able to speak for a moment and let us know some of the thoughts that you had from this evening's competition?
I have to say that we were thoroughly impressed with the quality of pitches that were pitched tonight. And I was also personally impressed by the fact that so many of our young people do a give back to their business plans.
Yes, I think for me, overall, it was very exciting to hear the amount of innovation and ideas that the young minds have. Even the strategic ways that they went through thinking out their idea and to alleviate any issues, problems. I also noticed even that there were all females. So I have to congratulate the females who have been stepping up and using their brain power for innovation, and it tells me that we have a lot of work to do to get those young males out here as well. But I want to congratulate all of the participants tonight because I really enjoyed it.
Excellent. Great. Well, I guess without further ado, the judges have deliberated, and we're just going to get right to it. As I say, one of the key things to remember about this contest, there are no losers. You know, this is a contest about ideas and action, and we believe that, and we've seen it in the past, that just because one doesn't get called to go to the next round doesn't mean that they don't have a really good business idea that they can bring to fruition. So we encourage all of our young people to keep at it, fine-tune their pitch, and keep working at it, and you will be successful. As you say, it's really not just about the idea, it's about the action. So we look forward to working with them in the future, and welcome them to come see us at BEDC at any time. Without further ado, this year what we're going to do is we're just going to get right to it, and we have had all the pitches for this evening, and we're going to get right to the two that the judges were most impressed with to go to the next level. And do we get a drum roll? The first of our two finalists to go to the rocket pitch final is Lori and Moya from Volunteer BDA. Come on, ladies. We'll give you a quick elbow touch. All right, good stuff. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you. I'm
Brilliant, nice.
Thank you so much.
Judges, do you have anything in particular that you'd like to relate to these two young ladies?
Well, I think the biggest thing is how much this is needed, and it's not just needed for young people. We all need this. Like, there's so many worthy projects and so many worthy opportunities. It'd be great if you could put this into action.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
So here we go, ladies. Laurie,
Yeah, thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And Moya, congratulations to you as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Clear so you can get your shot. Okay, well done, ladies. Go to the side for a moment. Okay, our next finalist that will head to the Rocket Pitch Final in November the 18th? That sounds right. November 18th? Chelsea?
This year.
Anyway,
November 18th?
November 18th, yeah?
yes, Monday, November 18th. Anyway, the next finalist that will be here tonight is Maya Ferber-Jacobs from MFJ Cosmetics and Design. Congratulations. Your little elbow patch.
Thank you.
There you go.
One by your side.
Now, I'm not sure if any of the judges are still in the room. Alex, do you have any particular things that you'd like to offer to Maya in reference to our product or our pitch?
No, I think the great thing is that you've gone from 0 to 1. You've made that step from nothing to create a product and start putting it out there. So I think it's really exciting to see what products you're going to produce in the future. And, I think it's great that you're being inspired by Bermuda to do that.
Thank you.
Excellent. So again, we want to thank everybody for coming. I believe we have Erika Smith that hopefully will be available for a few closing remarks. Hi, Erika.
Hi, Ray. Hi, everyone. So good night, Bermuda. I hope that you are all excited and inspired as I am by what you witnessed tonight. These young entrepreneurs are brave. They're braver than what I was at their age, and I categorically say that they probably have some better business ideas and some gumption, some entrepreneurship gumption than most adults. I would also say that I think that Bermuda is in great hands for the future, and I am confident that we are doing what BEDC said we would do. We would build an entrepreneurial ecosystem starting with our very young people all the way up to adults. So without further ado, you guys, kudos to all of the entrepreneurs, all the best in your business. Please don't take this as a stepping stone to the next phase of your business. You all have great ideas, and congratulations to everyone, including the winners. Bermuda, have a good night.
Thank you all. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. See you next year. Or see you at the Rocket Pitch Final, I should say.